fast is it going today? Oh my gosh, it really is.
Yeah.
It really is. Well, do you know what, Phill? It is just amazing to have you here.
Thank
and I'm
you.
so glad we've got another look at your beautiful collection. And so literally hundreds of messages coming through in our first hour. We couldn't show all of them, but I think you need to look back through some of those gorgeous messages because it's just stunning. Please do message in live if you've got any questions, if you'd like to just say hi. Phill is here. And you have, no pun intended, filled our website today with just everything, all the essentials, everything you need to get crafting.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is bring you, obviously, the new dyes, etc. today, and the new stamps and what have you. But every time I come now, I'm going to bring you more core products. Yeah. So hopefully it gives you a chance to collect and build up your Sentimentally Yours stash as we continue this journey.
As we continue
Super excited.
Oh, well, we are so excited as well, as are you. And talking of brand new, we're going to get the graphics live for you in just a moment's time as well with your Sentimentally Yours beautiful layered differently collection. It's amazing. Now, if they're in, come on in, and I would come in quickly because so many of these have gone already. But if you go to our website, HobbyMaker.com, okay, and you look on today's show deals, click on Watch Live, scroll down, they're all here in today's show deals, okay? So you can go shop, you can check out as many times as you like. We've just popped some other bits there for you. Royal We, Kat's just popped some other bits in there for you as well. All the glues are there individually. There's a fantastic bundle of those as well. And then if you scroll right the way down to the bottom, everything from our previous hours will be there as well, okay? You can check out as many times as you like. Don't miss out on any of this. It's seriously, seriously beautiful. Now, this brand new dyes collection, I know you take us through, and we're going to get some demos in for you as well.
Two.
Two. We will. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. You layer differently dyes. I mean, you've got 48 dyes in here in total.
So individually, they are designed to work as cohesive sets individually. Yeah. Use them as a set. The mix and match possibilities are just mind-blowing. Yeah. And that's what they are. So, I mean, you're looking at them now. So traditionally, you would look at layering or nesting dyes, and you would have the same shape that just graduates and gets smaller towards the centre. Well, you've got none of that from me. What you've got here is a really, really comprehensive mix and match set. So you've got two rectangles that I told you on the earlier show, that the outer dies will actually fit on an A5 card blank. Yeah. So straight away, if you just like to do A5 cards, just score an A4 in half, fold it in half. Perfect. You've got your two layers ready to go straight away. Yeah. That's before you even start looking at all the fancy shapes that are in the centre. So layered differently. I will talk to you a little bit more. Of course.
It's popping. Is it popping out?
More. I know. It's because I've only got little tabs. I will talk to you a little bit more about what I mean by layered differently. But remember, the most important thing you need to get from this is these are not regular nesting dyes. No. And this is just Series 1.
It's Series 1.
Series already been.
Series 2 is going to be here very soon. And I also need to let you know, over 70% of the stock of this brand new and beautiful collection left the room in our first couple of hours, and I think it's going to be selling out today. So please make sure you're checking out. You might already know Sentimentally Yours. You might know Phill. You might have been with Phill before. This might be the first time that you've been introduced to Sentimentally Yours as well. And the lovely thing is you can still get involved with it. You can still get this mega saving. This is an introductory deal for you today, £89.96. It's on a 4-way split pay, which we should not be doing, okay? But we're doing that for you again as a big warm welcome today only. So you get the whole collection home for £22 and 49 pence. I mean, it's absolutely bananas. You can make and sell to your heart's content. Yeah. It's so fabulous. I mean, we had hundreds and hundreds of messages. And Phill, what came through from all those messages as well is not only, obviously, your fantastic demonstrations, what a brilliant guy you are, but it's and we're going to get 3 into this hour. There we go. We've upped the ante. But it's about the quality and the versatility and how you grow with this collection, because it evolves with you, doesn't it?
If you are new to Sentimentally Yours and me, if you've never seen me before, you will quickly learn that Sentimentally Yours is all about the long run. Yeah,
it's longevity, isn't it?
Absolutely. So I will bring you a collection, because collections are my thing. So it's not just random products. It will be a collection, but then it will evolve and it will grow. Yeah. So for example, the sentiment stamps we were talking earlier. Series 2 is here today, Series 3 is already done. So that's going to expand what you can also do with Series 2. And it's the same with the layered differently dies. Eventually, we will have such a library of layered differently dies that I can't see you needing any other layering dies.
That's it. So, you just use them so different ways.
For me as a crafter, the versatility is the main thing. The design, obviously, you know, I design everything myself, and I'm a crafter. Yeah. So I kind of think with a crafter.
You've got your crafter's head on, so everything you create, and that's it. We all want value, so really, don't we? We all want value. We all want to have something that we'll use again and again and again. It's no use sat in a drawer somewhere that you forget all about it.
And we've all done this. We've all bought things, and you've used it for a couple of weeks when it's new and the novelty's there, and then you put them in a drawer because you've moved on to the next thing. The difference you're going to find with me is the next thing is actually going to work with the last thing. And that, so it does make you get them back out. Absolutely. And it refreshes and it revitalises the stash you've already got.
It also strikes me with this collection, you know, these beautiful, beautiful frames, the layers that you can create. This is going to work for summer, for spring, autumn, winter. You know, it's going to work with all your Christmas dies. It's going to work with all your flowers. And of course, you've got your stunning flowers on the show today as well. So it's, I mean, it really is just a magical collection, and you're going to use it so frequently. And that's the beauty of it. You're £22.49 that you're spending now to get the whole collection home. Oh my goodness, you'll be making that back in moments, you know, because you can't buy things like this. Julie in Dorset says, afternoon, Rosie and Phil. Welcome to the HobbyMaker family. Looking forward to your product and demos. And there are going to be 3 Cat says in the show. So
thank you, Julie.
I know, it's just lovely. So many messages. Jennifer, congratulations, Mr. M. Great shows. And this is, you know, lots of our customers who are delighted to have you here.
Thank you.
But we're also meeting so many of you for the first time today as well, who, you know, are joining you. And if you've got any questions about how to shop, if you've got any questions about the split pay, you can message us on the website as well. The quickest way to shop is on the website and on the app, okay? Because you pop it in your basket, you check it out, and you're done. We only have 1 P&P. That's for the whole day. So £4.95 right the way through till midnight tonight. So you can come in right now, check out and get your layered differently dies. Then, you know, you could check out a little bit later on, get the embossing folders. You could check out and get your beautiful floral dies as well. Every time you check out, there are some places where they're charging every single time you check out. We don't do that. No one knows how.
I think it's incredible.
It is. It's really good.
I genuinely think that is a really point of difference, a really big point of difference, because you might watch me and think, do you know what, I need to get those dies really quick before they've all gone. But then you might watch it towards the end of the show and think, oh, I wish I'd got the embossing folders when they were on. But now you can, and it's not going to cost you any more extra.
Exactly.
I think that's awesome.
It's wonderful. You can shop across the web as well, so you can shop across all of our different brands as well here on HobbyMaker. Everything will come to you for 1p and p. It will arrive at different times, obviously, but you only pay that 1p and p. So it's absolutely brilliant. It is. It's really wonderful. Another lovely message. Sally says, thank you so much, Phil, for coming to HobbyMaker. I love watching you. You're so funny.
You.
And he's behaving today as well, apparently.
Well, this is behaving. So good luck.
I know. This is it. I'm so excited. Now, we have your beautiful sentiment stamps. Set 1 has completely sold out, okay? Set 2 is going to be sold out before the end of the show. So please, again, I know I'm like a broken record. I say it again and again and again. Check it out, okay? Do not leave it in your basket. Check it out while you can. Now, don't worry if you missed the first series. These do work on their own as well, don't they?
Yeah, and you will always find that. So if you missed out on you know what's going to happen. You know I'm going to have to get some more of Series 1 because
you might just have to do that.
So what I'm going to say to you is, if you haven't got Series 2 yet, please get it, because we're going to end up in the same situation as Series 1, where I need to get some more. So please get it. So workable
80% of the stock has gone today.
So thank you, everybody. So yes, it's a workable set. And more importantly, from a card maker, crafter's point of view, every one of these stamps you're going to use at some point. So even if you look at the milestone anniversaries and think, do you know what, I don't make many copper anniversary cards, I can guarantee you somebody will message you at some point and say, can you make me a copper or a diamond or whatever anniversary? So these are useful. These are just saying is what I've called it. This is the just saying collection, because that's what they are, sentiments that are just saying. But there's going to be a Series 3. There is already a festive series. There will be a Series 4. And eventually you will get to a point where these will be your go-to sentiments. And they're stylish as well, obviously. You've got two different types of font
Yeah,
in
that's
there.
it. They're so usable, they're so workable. You're going to use them again and again and again. So Series 2 is on screen right now. We have, in this collection, it's 147 stamps in total. I mean, 147, including neighbour, including ma and da and mam. You know, you've got everything here. So you've got so much. You've got better half, you've got teacher, you've got neighbour. There's literally everything that you could ever hope for. So it's brilliant. LAHW24 is your code. Deirdre says, hi, Phill, you're on a roll. Your product is simply the best. Superb quality and versatility. Keep on entertaining us all.
Lovely. Thank
you are the best.
Deirdre.
Thanks.
That's lovely.
Gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
So, oh, by the way, don't take the split pay for granted, because that shouldn't really be there today. But this is all about, so normally after £50 our split pay comes in for you, but this is a huge one welcome. You know, this is Phil's first day with us here on HobbyMaker, the first of many, many, many more to come as well. But we are giving you a massive welcome introductory deal, and the split pay is here for you as well. Not just 2 split pay, but 3-way split pay, and we're not even charging you for it. We don't charge anybody for split pay. Our mission at HobbyMaker, like you, we love crafting. We want you to get creative. We want you to have a play. We want to make it as accessible as possible. We're all part of this family, and we want you to have fun. So the reason we do that, $14.99, it makes it easy for you to get it home. It means you can get crafting more quickly, and you can just enjoy this collection. So it's fabulous. Now, something we've not looked at yet today. I know, how did we manage? We ran out of time. I know, but this is it. So, but these are gorgeous. So would you work with these with backgrounds and things like that, just to give a bit of texture?
Well, I'll make sure I use these on the very next demo that I do to show you how they work. So this is just a third, I think, of my current A6 textures collection, So I'm bringing you the ones that I think you need to have first. well, no, actually, but in my ear, just are the most popular. But let me just tell you, these are put together by me to give you different styles. So if you look at each set, you've got an open one and a solid one. So the A6, remember, everything about Sentimentally Yours is a story. So you will get these, and then you will see the others that I bring in next time, and you're like, now it makes sense. So you're going to have grungy backgrounds, you're going to have open backgrounds, you're going to have something that works for everything. But it's not just about backgrounds. Oh, I've got so much to show you. I can't wait.
It's so exciting.
Let me just say to you, when I'm here next, I think it will be a media show.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you anything else, but I think it will be a media show, and I'm going to be introducing my style of mixed media.
Lovely.
You know, I've already told you I'm a pretty crafter. I like pretty, I like shabby chic, I like vintage. So I'm going to be showing you how you can incorporate all these products that you're seeing today in a completely different way. It's so a journey. The whole thing, my whole brand has been a journey for me, a creative journey as well. And I'm hoping that you all jump on that and join me.
Definitely. Jump in, because honestly, with this beautiful collection, you're just going to enjoy it, you're going to grow, you're going to learn. You know, we've already learned so much from you today, Phill, as well. It's just fabulous. So take a look at this. You've got, your first set is your distressed bubble wrap and your inky Moroccan tile as well. Okay,
so I don't know how close you can get on the detailing then, but the inky Moroccan tile one is one of my personal favourites, because it's just so delicate, and I'm sorry, directing from the floor.
It's all right. Adam's like, it's okay.
There you
it's
go.
All good.
Look, can you see just how intricate that is? So you've got the intricacy of the Moroccan tile design, but then you've got a couple of little splats and scrapes and things.
See, that's like, you know, like when you're in, you know, I mean, I've not been to Morocco. I'm desperate to go, but when you look at photos and there's like the courtyard and there's that tile floor and everything's quite distressed and just it looks beautiful.
Just what you get with that.
That is
but what you've got to think of, I call these my A6 texture backgrounds, but the flower dies that are on the show, stamp over them.
Oh,
they're layered differently dies. The smaller ones that are in there, stamp over them.
Oh, look, here you go.
Not even touch the surface.
Look at that. Look at that.
So can you see just how intricate and detailed that stamp is? And this is the whole point. I've specifically put them in an open and a solid one for each duo for you, so you've got the best of both worlds.
It's just gorgeous, so lovely. And don't forget, $23.85, that's for 2, so that's for both sets of your stamps here. So really fantastic. Your distressed bubble wrap.
That's just
Love
showing off
that.
now, aren't you?
I know, that's it. Right in there.
So then you've got the distressed bubble wrap, which is exactly what it says on the tin. So it's bubble wrap with bits missing, with scratches, with...
That's after the kids have got at it and had a good pop or me. I love it. There's nothing more satisfying.
Yeah.
Now, your second bundle, okay, that we've got for you, and you can see those they're on tattoo down here. You've got distressed lattice and you've got vintage brick. And again, two beautiful textures you're going to use so often. You know, the lattice work for your gardens, for your flowers.
Love the lattice, love the brick. So the brick is obviously going to be really good for your more masculine makes. I am actually going to use it on a pretty card in a moment.
Nice.
To show you how you can... You have to think outside the box.
Yeah, that's it. And actually, I mean, thinking about that, thinking about your makes, think about your three-dimensional projects, the boxes you're making, think about the little gift bags you're making as well. Use these stamps on all of your cardstock before you make.
Stamping is my first love. So for people that have followed me for a long time, stamps are where I started, and stamping will always be my first love. And I'm slightly different. Sorry.
Oh, no,
I'm slightly different. Yeah, Phil's here, he's settled in, he's talking to me. So dyes to me, slightly different to most brands, dyes to me are the accessory.
Okay,
Stamps are my focus and dyes are the accessory as opposed to the other way around.
Nice.
So I design dyes to complement stamps.
And on that note, Lisa's saying, by the way, what an amazing day. Phill, part of HobbyMaker, great decision, and completing 3 demos. Wow. I'm beginning to think there's a little reputation.
It's true, thank you.
What I was going to say, though, for anyone who is watching, because people can be, as we all can, be afraid to try something new or a little bit nervous, a bit apprehensive. And some people find stamping just a bit like, oh, I don't know, I can't do that. What would you say to them?
Oh, the very first thing I'm going to say to you is it's a stamp, an ink pad and a piece of card. So if you stamp it and it doesn't work...
Doesn't matter.
Flip it over, stamp it again.
Yeah.
Remember as well that when you buy into the Sentimentally Yours brand, me, I'm accessible. So if I've said
pop round for a cup of tea and we'll
not that accessible. Not yet. but you try something and you see me use it and then you have a go and you can't do it. And I'm right. I don't want you to think, oh, do you know what, I can't do it, put it away. I want you to message me. I want you to email my team, my sister and my team, they will help you. Yeah. So this is very much, yes, I'm part of the HobbyMaker family, but then you are going to be part of
It's a community, isn't it? It's a community. You're all there to help each other. You're all there to share, and that's the lovely thing. You don't have to be afraid of anything.
No.
Because actually, it's fun. It's fun. It just gets you crafting. It gets you going, and
and always try something different. If the people that have known me for many years, 4 or 5 years ago, if I'd have said to them, do you know what, we're going to be doing some mixed media, they'd be like, really?
Yeah.
But I can't. Wait
till
you see.
I was so excited for this.
Wait till you see.
This is it. It's wonderful. And message in. Maybe that was you. Maybe you said, oh, do you know what? I don't know, I'm being a bit nervous. Maybe that was you. Well, how did you feel afterwards? Once you'd got stamping, once you'd got die cutting, once you'd sort of just got out your comfort zone and gone for it, how did you feel? You know, it's a lovely thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, it is. It's very liberating as well. So once you do something a couple of times, I mean, I told you where I started crafting. I started crafting as a need to de-stress. Yeah. So the very first cards...
So many people say that,
The very first cards that I made were the most basic, simple, but I didn't care. I enjoyed it. And then you learn and you grow. You see other people doing things, and it might not be your style, but the techniques and the products you can apply to your own.
That's it. Well, from starting crafting to then crafting live on television, that took you 2 years. So you never know. This might be your first look into crafting, and then you might be up here in a couple of years. You never know. You never know. Genuinely incredible. Lots of you coming through. This is for your distressed lattice and your vintage brick as well. IEHW58 is your code. And remember, these introductory deals today, we really have given you the best prices on today's show to welcome you in, to say thank you as well to lots of our hobby makers and crafters who've been with you for many years as well, Phill. So come on in. Now, massive thank you to your design team as well, because, oh my goodness, we've not even touched the sides in terms of what we...
There are just so many, and hopefully, I mean, the purpose of me designing the samples, the design team doing the samples, is to give you inspiration, to give you ideas. So hopefully, as we look at these, you will get different ideas. Like Lozzie, this is one of Lozzie's got that's similar to the one I did earlier. Remember I said to you, I got the inspiration from Lozzie.
Yeah.
So even I am inspired by my own design team.
Look at that. I mean, the embossing folder, the texture. I can't believe that's not a 3D embossing folder. I know. So deep.
But every one of these cars that we're showing you now are from myself or the design team, but they are all achievable. Yeah. They are all so easy to recreate.
Look at, I just love these flowers.
That's the lacy flowers,
Oh, and then look, remember, we said in the last ad, didn't we? We said they could be cogs, they could be steampunk. Absolutely amazing. But do you know, do you want to get yourself ready for your first of 3 demos in this hour?
Good luck with that.
That's a good one.
Good luck with
35 minutes. Well, you can do it. You did one in 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah,
no worries.
We'll see.
But there's so much you can do with this. It's absolutely gorgeous. On screen right now, JSHW54. These are your layered differently. Brand new dice collection. This is series 1. Series 2 will be coming up here on HobbyMaker. We're here on HobbyMaker. We are now the TV home of Sentimentally Yours, and we're absolutely delighted that Phil's part of the family here at HobbyMaker. It's just been such an amazing day welcoming you, Phill. Thank you all for your gorgeous messages as well, and taking the time to sort of message in and give Phill the big warm welcome that he deserves. It's been a really, really exciting day. Keep sending those messages in. This is our last hour with Phill today. So yeah, it's your last chance to get those messages in with us, but can't wait to see what you're going to create for us next, Phill. So what are you going to do?
So do you want me to do just a little synopsis for you again?
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
I'm just cutting the demo time. I'm just making my job even harder. But if you didn't manage to see the first shows, the introduction, it's important for me that you understand what this whole concept of layered differently is. So I'll try and do it a little bit quicker than I did before. No promises, but I'll try. So we will start with what is layered differently. So layered differently is going to be a series, a whole library of nesting dies, layering dies, but not as we know it. Traditionally, we all know that you would buy a set of nesting dies. So, for example, if it was this set here, you would just get the same design, but graduating and getting smaller to the centre. Same with this one, you would just get the rectangles graduating and getting smaller in the centre. So I've taken that concept and I thought, right, you know what, that's not good enough anymore. I want my dies to do more. I want to get more from the investment that is purchasing dies, because at the end of the day, dies are an investment. They're a considered purchase, so they need to be working harder for you, and that's what you've got here. So just looking at the 2 rectangle sets, the first thing I'm going to remind you is A5 card folded in half, you've got the first 2 outer layers. So whether you want plain corner or normal corner layers, you've got that. If you want inverted corner layers, you've got that. However, this is when it starts to get exciting, look, because straight away, just from these 2 dies, if I go from the largest of the plain one and then take the smaller of the inverted one, that is going to fit in there. So you've created a whole new look just from the same collection of dies, basically, not even scratching the surface. So that is just the outer layers. Then we look at the inner part. I'm leaving that there because I'm going to show you something else in a minute. So then we look at the inner part. So yes, we know that we've got all these fabulous shapes in the centre. What do we need all those for? So I'm going to show you. So basic matting and layering. We can now take the inverted, which is from this set. We can take this design from the other set and we can create our own frame, yeah? So straight away we've started mixing and matching the die sets, and we've already created something that I can tell you 10 years ago you would have to buy 2 or 3 different die sets for, yeah, just to create that one look. But then you can take that out, I can if I've got nails, and you can go smaller. So you can now create so many different variations of frames and apertures. Then you take I'm going to be quick, I'm trying to be quick. Then if you cut these 2 together and put that back, so that aperture that we've just created, if you cut these 2 together on your machine, and it doesn't matter, remember the largest die on these is A5, so if you've got an A5 cutting machine, these are going to go through it. You don't even need to have an A4 machine. If you cut these 2 together, you're going to get a lovely thin frame with the piercing detail on the outside, yeah? If you change that and go bigger, you're going to get a bigger frame, and a bigger frame, and a smaller frame, and a smaller frame, and a bigger frame. Do you see?
And that's only with 2 sets, and you really get a sense of the value that you get here.
And that's exactly what I wanted from this. And I'm just going to quickly show you this as well. So then you take the biggest one from the other set. That's the wrong one. Take the biggest one from the other set, and then you come back to this set. I will move on in a minute. Different look again.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Different look again. It's just, I can't wait for people to get these home and start telling me what they've created, because you're going to come up with things that I've not even thought about, I can assure you. And all these little dies in the centre are designed for your little sentiment stamps, yeah. So that's the rectangles. I nearly gave you a hint of something that I'm bringing.
Oh.
I stopped myself. So that is the rectangles. You've then got the same principles, but with 2 new designs for the squares as well. Still got the regular corners, you've still got the inverted corners, but look at all these layers. So you imagine, even just stacking those up in their traditional format, you imagine how stunning they're going to be, yeah? Yeah. You've got different shapes, so it's not like I've just gone, oh, let's do an inverted corner and then let's just graduate that for the centre. You've got that shape, this shape, that shape, that shape, that shape. So everything has got loads and loads of different permutations. Not forgetting that the square ones are all going to fit in the rectangle ones. Of course, it just is never ending. Mind-blowing. I can't wait for you to get these home. I'm just going to show you quickly, I'll show you quickly the boards so that I can get onto it. The pressure of 3 demos that happen. So these are just in their basic format, which is what most of us, if I'm honest with you, would look at and think, oh yeah, that's pretty. So beautiful, yeah. So you can look at that and think, crikey, that is actually a lot of dies and a lot of layers. You wouldn't probably use all that on one card. I might, but most people wouldn't. But then when you look at the frame possibilities, the mix and match possibilities, it just blows your mind. So that is the Regency squares. That is the graceful squares. Cool. Yeah. It's lovely. I just love them in that way, actually, as well, because they're just such great shapes. Well, it just looks very elegant. And I think that was what I was going for. It's like looking at, you know, like Wedgwood, original Wedgwood designs, and then the cornicing instead of a grand stately home. They are very regal looking. Yeah, they really are. That's the elegance rectangles, and then the last one is the ornate rectangles. And I've done the same thing again. I've gone through all the if, buts and maybes and what you can create with these, and forgot to mention the piercing detail. Oh my goodness, yes, because it's beautiful. I don't know why, but can you see just how tiny that is? And I mentioned when we did the first show that I am a bit of a taskmaster, I'll just say it. so my my manufacturers absolutely love me when I'll send my designs and then they'll send me the images for me to check and see if it's right, and I'll go like, that's not what I did, you can do better than that. So that piercing detail on these, yes, you've seen piercing before, but that piercing detail on there, I guarantee you, is the smallest that can be done in the manufacturing process, because that's what I was. It took me 3 attempts, but I got it. Yeah, I love it. But I love that attention to detail. I think that's what clearly so many of your fans as well, Phill, you know, messaging in constantly saying just how they love that attention to detail. Yeah, well, this is kind of what I see as my job. My job is to give you the tools to be able to create fabulous things. Yeah. And my job is to give you the best quality that I can. The first thing, you're going to get used to me and the word quality, but people have now been with me on journeys for years. So I must be doing something right. Exactly. We'll look at Nicola in Leicestershire. She says, Phil's dies are a must. They are absolutely wonderful and the best. And that is, you know, how many times have we heard this the other day? Well, that's lovely, thank you. Fantastic. I need to mention as well, because I like your attention to detail with the piercings there as well, you're also getting your magnetic storage sheet. Now, bear in mind, you see, bearing in mind, things like that, how much does it cost to get each of those? I mean, we sell those on our website. Sorry. Thanks, Phill. But you get those free with the dies, so you've got your storage sorted. You know, it's there, it's done. If you wanted to put those in a folder, then you can. You know, or up on the wall right in front of you. Who knows if there is any storage coming soon? Oh, that's like a little... I love that. There's so much to look forward to. And we're going to look forward to this demo right now. What are you going to do for us, my darling? I did get one out, but I don't know where I put it, so we'll change it to this one. Right, we'll change it to this one. Right. 3 demos is very optimistic. 25 minutes. Yeah, but you say 25 minutes like it's a long time. And it's not. It's not here, is it? It just disappears. Right, so we are going to do a rectangle again. You'll get used to me and my big cards. I like my bigger cards. It's kind of my thing. And glitter. I promise you I will try and get the Diamond Dazzle in, because this is what this is, Diamond Dazzle. I'll promise you I will try and get that for the next show, okay?
Okay. You heard it here, right, we're all going to hold you to that.
I promise I will do my best. So what I've got on here is my little notes. Remember, I write myself little notes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I've put on here, stamp the bubble wrap on the largest inner layer in speckled egg. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're now taking the dies, and we all know the dies are absolutely fabulous and beautiful, and they're going to layer up gorgeously. But how can we change them? How can we make it from looking a beautiful die-cut card and add more interest, add more depth, add more texture? And the stamps are the way to do that.
Lovely.
So you'll get used to me being a clean, tidy crafter, because it's kind of my thing.
Well, listen, use me. I can do the cleaning. Oh, I've come on over. I'll clean up as you go.
Oh, yeah, I've got my own tidier upper. Can you see speckled egg on there anyway?
Speckled egg?
Yeah. Oh, it's here. I've found it.
Have you got it?
I found it, because I've specifically told myself speckled egg, so I'll do as I tell myself. So now we're going to take this inner die, and we're going to change it. And this is the beauty about having dies as an accessory to your stamps, yeah? So we are using the distressed bubble wrap. I am going to put it on my acrylic block. Now, what I'm going to say to you is, for anybody who is not, if you're not confident at stamping, these texture stamps are a good place to start.
Because they don't have to be perfect, do they? They're just, you know.
Design. Look at you already.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. so yes, it doesn't matter if you miss a bit or drop it.
It's part of the beauty of it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The imperfection is king.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to do this. I'm going to turn it sideways, because I always find stamping rectangles easier.
Landscape.
Yeah, that'll do.
There we go.
Horizontal.
Horizontal, that's the
landscape works as well.
Oh, that's a lovely colour.
I love speckled egg. It's what my craft room is.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's what my shop is as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, my shop is all off-white and duck egg blue.
It's gorgeous. Oh, well, yes, and look, all the balloons.
I know. I might take some of them. Oh, I can't, because the helium. Can you imagine the car? So let's just stamp this. I'm going to give you a little tip. Now, I've not brought mine, which is shocking of me. These texture stamps look amazing when you spritz them with water before you stamp it.
Oh, okay.
I've not brought a spritzer, otherwise I would do it and show you, but I will next time I'm here. And because they are kind of grungy style backgrounds, the water in them actually looks really, really good. So this is the distressed bubble wrap, and you will see just how distressed it is in a second.
Again, those tweeds. Oh, that's the point.
How gorgeous
I
is that?
love that.
Pointy ones, yeah.
That's
you
the
don't
pointy
miss
ones
anything,
this
do
time,
you?
isn't it? That tool set, though, is so good. It's almost sold out, by the way, so you want to go and grab that while you can.
Essential. The tool set is essential. So we've now taken that lovely shape and we've enhanced it with the distressed bubble wrap. So can you see there are bits missing? There are like some that have been popped, some that have been left solid, and that's exactly how it should be.
Chuck us that, I'll clean it for you,
You
Dom.
are good. Oh, I like this.
Oh, you put me to use, just don't ask me to emboss anything. Gwen's like, yeah, just don't ask me to do any heat embossing.
So whilst Rosie is cleaning that stamp for us, we're going to take the flowers, yeah? So these flowers are the top tip, everybody, and I'm sorry I keep giving you top tips and making.
We like the top tips, it's good, it's good.
But these flowers are the Perfectly Plain from Floral Finery 1, and I'm just going to remind you that Floral Finery 1, once it's gone, it has gone, because I'm not restocking again.
Okay.
And I really, really, really need you to have Floral Finery 1 before I bring you Floral Finery, what a mouthful, Floral Finery 2. And just as a heads up,
your choice,
Floral yeah, I know. Floral Finery 2 is very soon.
Okay. Oh, I'm loving all these little...
Floral Finery is very soon. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to stamp these. So these are perfectly plain. So that is how that flower die cuts, yeah? So perfectly plain, and I love that, perfectly plain, because that's what it is. You've got that lovely detail on the edge, but we're going to enhance it now with the stamps. So these stamps are, these were a mare to do. These were hand-drawn. Believe you me, they were an absolute...
Hand-drawn.
Yeah, they were an
oh,
absolute
my
nightmare.
goodness. So all those little dots, everything.
And you probably wouldn't know... Oops, sorry, there you go. You probably wouldn't notice, I'm going to turn it over, from the packaging, but these lines are tapered. Can you see how it's...
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah. It's like you've got a really fine Japanese brush nib or something. You've got...
Nightmare. I'm laughing because it's fear of having to do it again. So you've got the bonus of 2 different sets in this bundle. You've got Magical, which is the dotty one, and they are gradient dots, so they get sparser towards the end.
They do? Oh my gosh. Beautiful.
And you've also got the dreamy one, which I can tell you wasn't a dream to draw. But
I'm going to get the board, you know,
no worries.
and just show you, because they are
look
lovely.
fantastic.
There we are.
First thing I'm going to say is your acrylic circles are going to be your best friend for this. So if you haven't managed to get your acrylic circles yet, this is a good opportunity to do that. And there is a stamp for every size of the flower dies. Yeah, go on, you do that, and then I can carry on.
Oh yeah, here we go. So these are... Oh, the stamps, sorry.
Oh.
You know what?
Well, the dies are good to see.
They are, absolutely. The stamps, so they are on there for you. Okay, really, really important to grab them while you can. Absolutely beautiful. So you've got that, and once they're gone, they're completely gone. So do make sure you're checking out while you can. Beautiful.
Right, so I've just mentioned there is a stamp for every size of the flower dies.
Perfect.
So once you've got the dies and you've got these 2 stamps, I won't do more stamps to add to this perfectly plain one. There will be for floral finery too. Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Just saying. So I'm just going to show you how easy this is to do. And the first thing I'm going to say is don't bother with your... don't bother and stress yourself about getting these perfectly neat, because if I find one that I got... Oh, they're all spot on, but there you go. Imagine that.
Oh, here, look. Perfect, Phil.
Here, look. So if you can see, I was a little bit off with that. Nobody would know.
No one's going to know.
Nobody would know.
No.
So I'm going to give you a tip. So I'm going to do, this is the naughty way. I never ever teach people to stamp this way because it's not right. You should always take your ink to your stamp. But because we're just doing the centre of a flower, I am taking my block, my acrylic circle. And
those blocks are on the web as well. Really, really lovely.
Yeah. And what I'm going to do, look, is I'm ignoring everything about that that's underneath, and I'm just using that centre line as a rough guide. Is my head in the shot? I'm going to have to... I'm doing this from a distance then, so I don't headbutt the camera. So you just need to try and get that centre one. And remember, I can't actually see what I'm stamping. I'm so scared about...
Do you know that is bob on, that is?
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Well,
you've nailed it.
Let's see.
Spot on.
Not bad at all. And that's what I'm trying to show you. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And the spotty one, the dotty one, is actually even easier to line up because you can see the centre.
They're an absolute must, aren't they? You know, if you've gone through the dies as well, you've got to get these.
For me, well,
really
the stamps were added after the dies because I am aware that buying all the flower dies and the 2 foliage leaves in one go it's a lot, yeah? Okay. So I kept the stamps back for a couple of weeks. I was going like that.
Couple of weeks.
I kept the stamps back for a couple of weeks, but what they do is, again, remember the journey I'm talking about. You got your dies home, you got your leaves, and you've been playing with them, and then here comes Phill with 2 stamps that enhance the flower dies.
Absolutely. And you can use them on their own as well, couldn't you? You could create backgrounds to those stamps.
Absolutely.
You could do all kinds of lovely things. So they really are a must. Your code for this, TSHW14, that's for those 2 beautiful stamp sets. You're getting 16 stamps in total, and they're going to work absolutely perfectly with your delightfully dotty and your practically perfect. Everything that Phil's brought to the show today, you've done like a blanket discount on absolutely everything for you. So you're all getting this amazing saving, £23.85 to get them home. Now, here's the thing. Once everyone's checked it out, 85% of our stock has gone. Please don't leave it to chance. The reason we do 1 P&P for the whole day, £4.95, that's it. So you can check out now, and then later on you can check out again, and you can check out again later on with any of our different suppliers. But it means that, because it's first come, first serve, okay? So it's really important that you check out while it's there in your basket. Linda in Essex say, hi, Rosie and Phill. Rosie, check with Phill that he's got the right glasses on. His fans will understand. Brilliant as always. Have you got the correct glasses on?
So, the story is, thank you, Linda, I have actually. So the story is, whenever I'm doing my lives, Monday, Thursday night, can't you tell you're getting older when you've got more than one pair of glasses? I have my ones for looking at the computer, which is in front of me, and then I have my ones for crafting. And quite often I've got nearly towards the end of my demo, and I'm like, oh, I've had the wrong glasses on. So now I say to people, remind me to change my glasses. These are the only ones I have for TV because they've got the anti-glare on. Right,
so getting yourself a good pair of varifocals.
Oh, don't. I don't think I'd be able to cope with them. Right, so I've just shaped that flower, and it's the easiest thing in the world. I've just used a little shaping tool on my foam mat, shaped it at the back, and now I'm going to torment you again with a little bit of Diamond Dazzle. Sorry.
It's coming. We were going to, coming soon to HobbyMaker.
It's got to match the rest of the flowers. And then I'm going to show, when you see this card put together in a minute, because it's relatively quick from now, he says, apprehensively, what you're going to notice is your eye is not actually drawn to the dies. It's going to be the colour from the stamping, yeah?
Oh, lovely.
And this is the whole point about stamps and being able to change the colour. I've done this in speckled egg. You are going to be able to do this in whatever your favourite colour is. Yeah. So I'm just going to pop this on. I don't know why I didn't stick that on originally. That was me probably being lazy. It's absolutely covered in glitter.
Now that pokey tool you get in your tool set as well, don't you?
You can see I use the tool instinctively.
Everything you use.
Yeah,
I mean, every single thing you've done, you've used something from that toolkit.
I don't actually. It's the only thing I have on my desk. And in fact, you'll see if you're new to me, join me for the live on Monday nights on my YouTube. You'll see that this is exactly how I set up. I have my A3 brown mat. Yeah. I have my A4 brown mat, which is what I've got at the side for my inky jobs and my gluey jobs. And the tools I have on my counter are my little scissors, my shaping tool, my wax pickup tool, and tweezers.
They're all there.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. You've got to get them. Last few chances on the web, on your screen right now. It's a tool set, HEHW46. Okay, very, very limited now. I imagine you'll get them back in stock for us at some point, Phil.
Yeah, I will.
This is what we've got today, so do make sure you check.
Well, they're essentials, so we always have to have them.
Absolutely. Flying.
So normally I would wipe this, but I think it's a lost cause at this stage. So remember when the mirror card is on the show? I'm going to put a bit more.
Here's the silver and the gold.
The mirror card is new as well, so I only released the mirror card. It's taken me a few years, to find a brand of mirror card that was good enough for me.
You want to get it right, don't you? You want to make sure it's
and it's
perfect.
The weight. So this, just for anybody who's not seen this before. This is a 300 GSM mirror card, and it's absolutely lush.
And it really is a mirror. I mean, the reflection is unbelievable.
I'm trying not to look at myself. I'm trying not to stick my head over the camera.
It's very hard to lie. It's very
it is when I'm working from a height that I'm not normally, which is 6'2", as I am at
yeah, absolutely.
I've never been 6'2" until today.
Look at how does it feel? I mean, look at the reflection on that. It's absolutely amazing, isn't it? It's so beautiful.
And what's really important and why it took so long is I wanted a mirror card that you can die cut without stringy bits falling off it.
Okay.
So you will find, well, just ask anybody in my Facebook group and they'll tell you. You can do any die cuts you've got, even really intricate ones, the lacy flowers, for example, and you don't end up with little stringy bits. No. So it's weighty enough for your card layers, which is what you've seen me do on here. But it's also a really good quality for your die cutting.
You could do your makeup in that. Like, it's such a great, like, it genuinely is such a good mirror.
Right, so I'm going to build this up really quickly so we can get on to another one. You can see from the top part that I've put on, this is me using the largest of the fancy shapes to create my aperture. And then I've missed out a couple of layers and gone to the other set. So this is a different shape. This is from the other rectangle set. And this is why these dies are just an absolute must-have. It's a different set, so we've created already visually a different look because we've got the inverted parts there and we've got the outy parts there just by mixing the two die sets up. So clever.
So clever. It's such a decorative frame then, isn't it? Just completely different.
Well, absolutely you can. And remember, particularly with the square ones, if you like to scrap books, just think of the possibilities of what you're going to be able to create with those frame dies. And I'm just going to say it one more time, and then I promise you I won't say it for the rest of the day. When the series continues, it's going to blow your mind.
Yeah. So you need to get the set one, series one.
You're going to get these home, you're going to use them and then you're going to get the new set when they come and completely reinvigorate what you're doing with this set.
Oh, we got a lovely message from Helen in Cumbria, and she said, Mr. M and Sentimentally Yours are not just products, it's investment and a journey. Everything just mixes and matches. Thank you for your gorgeous message, Helen. And that's exactly, right back at the start of today, Phil, that was a big part of what you're saying. It's that evolution of the product, isn't it? And how it grows with you, how you can continue to use it and change it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's face it, it's not the cheapest of hobbies. So we want our money to do more, our products to do more, and to not put them in a drawer. It's my biggest fear that people buy things and put them in a drawer, because it's the worst thing you can do. So I've told you, my aim is to stop you from doing that and say, do you know what? Oh, you were right, Phil. Series 4. Series 5 does go with Series 1. So it's not like when we're a couple of years in and we've moved down the series, you're going to bring the old ones out again, which I think is amazing.
You're going to bring it all back to you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I always call it building a library. You're building a library of products that are ever evolving, ever changing, but will constantly work together.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
So it's like you might not buy 1,000 books, but you will go to the library and might read 1,000 books, but you've not bought them all. Whereas here you are buying into the whole collection and creating your personal library.
I'm imagining your craft groups as well. That's it. Your craft groups, your kids. You know, you're going to all be crafting together, and then you've got that whole collection.
Absolutely.
To work with.
Stop
it. It's never 8 minutes.
Stop it.
Oh, crikey.
I'm going to blame Rosie for that, for talking a lot. So I estimated that I would get 5 demos done, and I think we were being too optimistic. How many is this?
This is 4? This is the 4th, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's the 4th. Yeah. I like how Kat got that in. This is the 4th one over 3 hours.
I think that's about average.
Kay from Indigo Blue. Hello, gorgeous Kay. She said,
hello, my darling.
Chuffed you've joined us and the HobbyMaker family. It's a warm and friendly place to be. Huge hugs, Kay and Alfie, Indigo Blue. Mwah, huge hugs to you guys as well. It's lovely to have you here with us today.
So Kay and Alfie are personal friends of mine.
Ah, we love them.
So thank you for emailing, darling.
Aww.
Love you.
Love you.
So I'm just finishing off now, just with some of the foliage, and I don't think we've actually... Have we looked at the foliage?
We have. So not this hour,
what
but
I've
we have
got on
looked
this
at it.
one, this is another top tip. Remember, we've got Fabulous and we've got Fantastic Fronds as part of the duo. This will definitely be the last time I have any for TV, because I'm not restocking them again.
Okay, so and that's a full stop, is it? No...
And this one that I'm using now is the Open Petals, and I use it constantly because you can see through it. You can see all the detail through it. Right, I'm just going to quickly stamp a sentiment. You show what you're showing while I just stamp something quickly.
All right, gorgeous. Here they are. You're getting both of these. Oh, my goodness. Okay, and we don't have many left at all. So you've just heard it there from Phil. These will not be produced again. So this is final opportunity to get your foliage duo. You've got the gorgeous, fantastic fronds and the fabulous fronds as well. We're all fabulous fronds here at HobbyMaker. So yeah, make sure you're checking out AGHW79. Come on in, grab them while you can. Okay, very best of luck. We also have, just while you're stamping your sentiment on there as well, which one's Kat, my darling? Oh, yeah, here we go. So let's go with the Delightfully Dotty. These are the stamps, of course, that you've gone for in this hour, which work beautifully with these. So you've got the Practically Perfect, okay, and if you haven't yet got the stamps for these, I'd go for those quickly. And then your Delightfully Dotty. FYI, these are about to sell out, okay? Really, really limited. We've got less than a handful left of these now. So NEHW35. And these were the ones you said earlier on, Phil, if you're going to go for the flowers, the Delightfully Dotty would be your personal choice.
100%. 100%. If you've treated yourself to the to the layered differently dies, 100% you need the Delightfully Dotty in your life because they're just going to coordinate so well.
But you've got to be quick. You've got to be super quick if you want to get them because we are very limited and we're oversubscribed. So check out while you can, okay? And then we've got the other duo, just to show you as well, quick, because I don't know where time has gone this hour, my goodness me. We've got your Perfectly Plain and your Lacy Loveliness as well, just gorgeous. I mean, so beautiful. Again, very, very limited now. HMHW41 is your code. And you can see, if I just quickly show you as well, the many different ways that you can layer these. Your sister's done these gorgeous.
She did, yeah. That was just to give you a little idea, because sometimes when you get dies home, it can be quite overwhelming.
Yeah.
And to think, where do I start? And what we didn't want you to do was just do the traditional thing, which is cut 2 flower dies out and shape them and stick them together.
Yeah.
That just shows you lots and lots of different permutations, which I think is, again, a little bit of like an inspiration board.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So all these different variables, beautiful. And you know what? You're going to see things like this over a lot of Phil's beautiful creations. And as the series continues as well, oh my goodness me, you're going to want to get these home. So you've got these to go with your series 2 as well. But I mean, look at the kind of beautiful ideas and inspiration from the design team. We made one card earlier which didn't have the flowers on, Phill. I mean, I didn't make it, you made it. But, but you know, the vast majority, you know, we see these beautiful flowers.
It's details, you'll details are my thing, and I love a pretty floral card. Let me just show you what I've just finished.
Oh, yeah.
I love a pretty floral card. It's kind of what people know me for now. Okay. You don't have to, obviously, but you will see me do lots and lots of floral cards.
Yeah. It's just incredible, and how it's completely different.
I know.
Again, you know, that's what's joyful, is every card that you've shown us today, completely different.
I have ideas that, in fact, let me just show you, just draw your attention to the centre where I've done the little 25. So that's from the new.
And is that the stamps you've just?
And I've used the flower stamp just to do the.
That's so lovely.
And that's like a detail.
Just picks out that detail.
Get used to me in details, because this is why we do what we do, so that you can't get this kind of thing anywhere unless you've made it yourself. That's the whole point.
It's just
joyful. I've got 2 demos left. I'll do them on Monday night on YouTube.
Oh, well, we can't wait. Oh, absolutely. Come on over here, Phill. I mean, this is it. Officially, you are now part of our HobbyMaker family.
And thank you, everybody.
Oh, look, it's over there. We're going to, I mean, I can just see men behaving badly. So Nigel May is over there. Gwen's nodding. Absolutely. Will you guys ever be allowed together on stuff?
Probably not.
This is it. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. And a huge, thank you for such a brilliant show and for all your gorgeous messages today. It's just been wonderful. And I can tell you now, do not go anywhere, because our amazing team here on HobbyMaker are staying with you right away. Nigel May is on the other side, back with gorgeous Gwen, and they're going to be taking you through. You've got Sizzix coming up later on as well. You're in for a treat. You've got 4 more fabulous hours, so stay tuned.